I'm back. We're going to need about 6 apples peeled and sliced very thinly, like this. They can be, it doesn't matter. It's not like, you don't have to be perfect. They can be just sliced as you can if you do them. A lot of recipes ask for lemon juice. Well, if you don't have lemon juice, you can always use orange. And a lot of people don't like looking at this, when the apple oxidizes. It doesn't bother me, but some people, it's like, oh my God, your apples are oxidizing. It doesn't look very good. So, peel an orange. If you can. It's old-fashioned way, so don't freak out. Get a slice or two and squeeze it. Squeeze all that juice out onto this old-fashioned squeeze method. Squeeze it out as much as you can. Let's get 2 more. Should have my little blender, but it's not blending very well. But so again, squeeze it out, squeeze it on the computer, squeeze it on yourself, and that should be enough. About 4 pieces of orange juice. Make a mess, and then get your spatula, mix it up. Generally, for this many apples, it'll be two tablespoons, and then here, right here, I'm going to do 2 things at once. We got our pie, which is now a little bit cooled down. That's out of the oven, and as you can see, it's cool. Let's see, yeah. As you can see, it's not really that brown. I got the gas oven. I don't want to leave it in there forever. So let's take the beans. The beans are nice and cool now. Now these beans are not going to get used. They're going to go in the, oh, yeah, watch it. These beans are going to go in the special container, which is not going to be this. And then I'll put blind baking beans. So next time I make apple pie, these are the beans I'm going to use. I hear you. Got a very, very vocal cat. Yes, I know. You're up. You're supposed to be sleeping. Okay, let's get the beans out all the way. Okay, so let's set those over there. And then I left 1 apple uncut, so I can show you how to do this. So get your handy dandy vegetable peeler, and this can be quite messy. So get it and just peel it as fast as you can. This takes a little time. This isn't the most funnest thing to do. And we got, here's the other ingredients for the pie. We got ginger, cinnamon. We're going to need 2 ounces each of sugar and brown sugar. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to cook it down. So let's get that started. And guess what? We're going to need more butter. So let's get about a tablespoon of butter. Stick it in there. Now, if you want, a lot of people put dabs of butter on top. Oh yeah, and don't worry, I haven't forgot about the other dough for the top. That's not right now. We're going to do that later. So let's put that right here. and 2 teaspoons. I found these little things are like less like $1 each, and this is basically, oh my God, she's really working on me right now. She has her little cries that's like, Mommy, why are you paying attention to me? You're cooking. I'm not getting petted. So, sorry Fiona, I have to get this done. So, it's about 2 tablespoons. It's 2 ounces. And again, it's not, you don't have to have it perfectly, because either way, this thing is going to taste good. So we're going to put it in there. If you want to add a little bit more, you can. I'm going to add a little bit more. Voila. And then stick this in the sugar. Again, 2 tablespoons. Big tablespoons. Wait a minute. Let me think here for a minute. I just made a boo-boo. 4 tablespoons. Excuse me. 4 to 2. Whatever you want, basically. It's how sweet you want this. If you want this ultra sweet, let's peel our garlic right up. Garlic. See where my mind is. Ginger. Real quick here. And then what we're going to do with this, we're going to grate it over the apples. And let me put this on medium. Medium. That's about 5 or 6, excuse me. I'm going to cook this down a little bit. Get your handy dandy grater for the grater good, and use the right side. Let's grate some of that ginger in there. It's about good. Let's stir that up. Actually, so you can see it, this is what it looks like. I want to cook that until it's nice and coated. The butter will help everything get coated. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's get back to this apple. Oh yeah, let's not forget the cinnamon. Half a teaspoon. Okay, there we go. That is a teaspoon, but that's okay. The more stuff you add, the more flavor there is. If apple pies were made healthy, they would not be good. Okay, again, let's get back to this apple. It's sitting over here. And have it roll around your hands. And I know you can really see this, so we're going to pan up a little bit here. And so I got it peeled. If there's a little bit of skin on it, big deal. Cut it in half. Cut it in half again. Quarter it. Okay. These apples are going to have little compartments. You see this right here? This is all going to come out in one chunk. So take your knife, and if the apple splits in half, just, it's okay, no big deal. Take it out the best you can, take off the ends. Anything you don't want to eat. A little skin doesn't hurt anyone. If you want to add some nutmeg to this, go for it. I don't have nutmeg right now. Hooey. Okay. So this is the 6th apple, and we're just going to use what I have here. I'm just showing you how to cut it. Okay, let's bring that back up again. And see where we are. Okay, so now we have our 4 quarters. You turn this into $1. And then thin slice, thin slice, thin slice, thin slice, thin slice. So about from one, we can get a whole, see how thin they are? Like that. And again, they don't have to be perfect. Set that over here. Actually, let's sit that over there, and that will go with the oranges. We processed into either juice or something yummy for later. Well, we're having something yummy. I have a whole bunch of something yummies tonight. Clean that up. Okay. So this is looking pretty nice. And let me watch the... Now see all this juice? This is from the apples. Because they're basically, they're mixing with the butter. They're mixing with the, this is butter, sugar, and the water from the apples. Okay, so what we're going to do, now, there is something else you can do. These are chocolate, this is chocolate right here. I'm not going to do it on this episode, because this is going to be really rich, but you can melt these in a double boiler, and make sure you don't melt these on direct, never melt chocolate on direct heat. Always melt it in a double boiler, so it's not directly contacting the heat, because it messes it up. Then what you do is you melt it, and then you take a pastry, you take a spoon and you cover the bottom of your apple pie. Just cover the bottom. I don't want to do that. I changed my mind. I was going to do it maybe in another episode. I'll show you, but it's not that hard. All you have to do is melt it, and then add it to the double boiler. I mean melt it, and then just wipe it on. Put a dollop in it, and then put it in the refrigerator and let it set. Then add your apples on. Let's check these, and I will be right back.